Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigerverse. It is Niger once again, and this is going to be another wrestling predictions video. Tonight is my favorite time of the year. It is time for the Royal Rumble. Also, really quick before I forget, please pardon the very bright sunlight behind me. But nevertheless, enough of that. It's like I said, it's Royal Rumble time, and tonight is it's sure to be a good one. So, of course, we have our matches here. It seems like a short card, or theoretically, but it's going to be packed with some stuff. We, of course, as per usual, have our two Royal Rumbles, the men's and the women's, but some other stuff going down. So, if you've seen these almost reviews, if you've seen these predictions of mine before, you kind of know how this works. If you haven't, though, I'm going to be going through match by match and predicting who I think is going to win, who I think is going to walk out victorious. I'm going to do what I think will be the strongest and weakest match of the night. And, of course, because it's the Royal Rumble, we're going to be predicting who's going to be some surprise entrants, who's going to have most eliminations, I should say. And, let's go. So, of course, we have the two Royal Rumble matches, the men's and women's. So, obviously, start with the men's here. And just really quickly, just want to mention, obviously, because the show hasn't taken place yet, this is just the order they have listed here on the wiki. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the order come showtime. But for the men's, admittedly, and that's what I love the most, I think, about this year's Royal Rumble, is for the first time in a while, it feels like people genuinely do not know who's going to win, and not in a bad way. But it does feel kind of unpredictable. We don't quite know who's going to win this year, it feels like, because admittedly, there's a lot of different avenues they can go through. There's a lot of different people that they can go with. Do they go with CM Punk? Does he finally get his WrestleMania main event? Do they go with John Cena, who is also in the Rumble? And we'll kind of get to that. But do they go with John Cena, who's chasing his 17th World Championship? Do they go with a young up and comer, or I'm not sure. And then for the women, and kind of unpredictable in that regard as well, kind of in the same way, because there's a lot of avenues they can go through. And so, I think for the men's, admittedly, I think I'm gonna go with John Cena. I think because this is John Cena's last year, his last year as a competitor before he retires. I think they're gonna give him the win here, potentially have him win at WrestleMania. If not John Cena, if they have John Cena go a different route, such as having him then have to compete in the Elimination Chamber, then I'm gonna go with CM Punk, so he can finally get his main event at WrestleMania. Hopefully Punk doesn't hurt himself in this Rumble match. So, in other words, pretty much keep him away from Drew McIntyre. But as for the women's, there's a few different avenues they can go down. A lot of people suggest it might be Charlotte Flair because she's supposed to be returning. She's announced for the Rumble. I get why they did that, because I think a lot of people were upset because the men's, all these names left to right were getting declared for the Rumble, and the women's, there's lack thereof. So a lot of people felt like it was being put on the back burner. But I think it's quite the opposite. I think they got some surprises for the women's Royal Rumble. I think they got some big surprises in store. So, giving away that Charlotte is coming back, I think probably is probably them saving or holding out, I should say, for a bigger surprise. But a lot of people speculate that Charlotte might win it. So I've seen some people say Io Sky, and I personally wouldn't mind seeing her win the match. Some people speculate potentially Bianca Belair again, and so far the women haven't had a duplicate winner. Although of all the names I mentioned, there's at least two in there. But I think my gut is telling me that Charlotte Flair might win it. I've even seen a couple people speculate Nikki Bella, especially because she's supposed to be coming back soon. She wants to come back into the fold, and have a feud. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair on this one. So these are the names that have been announced for the Royal Rumble. So we have LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Damian Priest, Santos Escobar, and Jacob Fatu. Who now these are just the names that have been announced so far. I imagine, obviously, we may have one or two surprise entrants, and a lot of people have speculated that maybe Trick Williams will be not necessarily called up, but will make an appearance, and him being making an appearance in the Rumble, and then having like a confrontation with Carmelo Hayes, I think would be cool. A lot of people speculate Obafemi. They could do Ethan Page. If Ethan Page is in this Rumble, this could be this definitely kind of feel ex AEW as hell, but he could potentially be in the Rumble. A lot of people speaking of XAW, a lot of people speculated that Malachi Black could be making his return. He has seemingly just finished up with AEW, so he could be on his way back to WWE. A lot of people speculated it. And so yeah, I'm excited on those fronts. But even just what we have here, it's shaping up to be an interesting one. Roman Reigns in his first Royal Rumble since 2020, which is absolutely ludicrous to think about, because pretty much at some point between that time, and I don't mean just any random time, but for a majority of the time between his Royal Rumble appearances, Roman Reigns was champion, and which is absolutely insane to think about. But Roman being in his first Rumble back in so long, and obviously I mentioned CM Punk and John Cena, definitely coming down to these two, having the Intercontinental and United States champion in the Rumble match. It's not unheard of, but is kind of interesting. And Penta, I cannot wait to see what Penta does in the Royal Rumble. But someone else I can't wait to see how they do in the Royal Rumble is Jacob Fatu. A lot of people speculate Jacob Fatu might set the record for most eliminations. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the current record for most eliminations is 15 by Brock Lesnar back in 15 or 14, I just remember it was set by Brock Lesnar back in 2020, and Brock Lesnar, oh boy, was just officially come out with the Janelle Grant lawsuits. Oh boy, but we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about the Rumble, obviously. But Jacob Fatu, a lot of people want to see a dominant performance from him, and him especially riding the momentum of not just what he's been doing lately, but especially Saturday Night's main event from last week when he took out Braun Strowman. I think would be uber beneficial for pushing Jacob Fatu. As for surprise entrants, I kind of mentioned in names like Malachi Black, and or Trick Williams. A lot of people speculated Matt Cardona might be in the Rumble, especially because it's confirmed he is in Indianapolis. But we will have to wait and see, of course. And for the women, and looking at the field here, the announced names we have so far are Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Selena Vega, Candice LeRae, and Piper Niven. And like I said, I think the women, they have some surprises. We might see some TNA crossover in the men's and the women. And then let's not forget the men's. A lot of people speculate that we might see an appearance from Nick Nemeth or Joe Hendry. Of course, Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champion. As for the women, and because Jordynne Grace officially signed, she might make another appearance. And it's like it might top her. I don't know if it'll top her appearance from last year, though. At least in terms of like the shock, because this was back when Jordynne Grace was still under TNA contract. Now she's under WWE contract, but it'll still be cool to see her. A lot of people will speculate and CM Punk has at least teased at it that we might see a return from AJ Lee. Now, I said it last year that AJ Lee might be coming back, and admittedly, with all like the surprise names like this person, this person might be in it, it might have this person, it might have this person, and just for like most if not almost all those names to not be in the Rumble, I think we might have got our hopes up a little bit. We might have hyped ourselves up a little too much, but if AJ Lee comes back, it will be a major shock. Yeah. So I am excited for the Rumble. I also shouldn't forget, a lot of people speculate there might be an appearance by The Rock. Having The Rock and two crazy Rumbles in the same night. Yeah, let's go. I am hyped. I am absolutely hyped. Ow, I hurt my arm a little bit. I did a little too hard. But next up, for the Undisputed W Championship in a ladder match with both titles suspended above the ring, and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes will be defending against Kevin Owens. So these two had been feuding for quite a bit, stemming from Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes after teaming with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. These two have been at each other's throats as of late. Kevin has tried and failed to take the title from Cody Rhodes, leading to him stealing the Winged Eagle W Championship at Saturday Night's main event. Not the previous one that happened last week Saturday, but the one that happened back in December or so. It seemingly all comes down to this. This match is probably going to be a lot of fun. Like if you know me, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know I am absolutely a sucker for ladder matches. I love ladder matches. Not all of them have been great, but I love a good old-fashioned ladder match. Like, hey, give me a ladder match, and signed, sealed, delivered, I am yours. Whereas, as for this match, this one truly could go either way. Again, and night of unpredictability, I don't know who's going to win this one, because you can make arguments for either side. Do they continue Cody Rhodes' title reign? Do they have him carry it to WrestleMania? Does Kevin Owens finally win the WWE Championship to end off the feud? I think I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes, and I think Sami Zayn might have something to do with Kevin Owens losing. Considering the confrontation they've had and them wanting to fight at WrestleMania, I think it might be a case of Sami might cost KO the championship here. Now, that could be speculation on my part. I could be way off. In fact, I probably am. But if Sami does get involved, it will add an interesting wrinkle. And them rematching at WrestleMania. I mean, Sami and Kevin, every time they wrestle, magic happens. So they could wrestle. They could wrestle in my bedroom here, and it would be. It would be a whole lot of fun. It'd be 5 stars, but they could be wrestling right behind me, and it would be fantastic. But having them rematch at WrestleMania, obviously they faced at WrestleMania 37, and especially where Kevin is at, and where like Sami is at, especially when it comes to like the OG bloodline and everything, and it's gonna be interesting. But I think I'm gonna go with Cody here, and I wonder how we will see Cody's and his continued unraveling. And last, really not least, he's in 2 out of 3 Falls action for the W Tag Team Championships. DIY will be defending against the Motor City Machine Guns, and so DIY turned heel. They turned on the Motor City Machine Guns, and more so Johnny Gargano because he was more friends with them. But he turned on the Motor City Machine Guns, and so now they've been gunning for each other, no pun intended, ever since for the Tag Team Championships. And heel DIY and like heel Johnny Gargano. Pretty interesting. Like me personally, and this is my personal opinion. If you disagree, that is completely fine. I've always preferred Johnny Gargano as a face, which is funny because Tommaso Ciampa I think is the exact opposite. Like Johnny Gargano has always to me made hated for a natural good baby face. Meanwhile, Tommaso Ciampa made a fantastic heel. But nevertheless, as a heel Johnny Gargano and heel DIY, very interesting. But a 2 out of 3 falls action for the tag team championships here. This one I could see going either way. I imagine, and they won't. Neither team will win 2 straight falls. If they did, that'd be kind of. It'd be something, but. I think I'm gonna go with DIY. I don't know if they're gonna take the titles off of them just yet, but I think I am gonna go with DIY retaining. But this is gonna be a lot of fun. This is a fun card. It's gonna be a fun night. Right. As for what I think the strongest and weakest match of the night, the strongest, you could pick from any. Honestly, you could pick from all 4 of these matches. I think the weakest will probably be this one, only by comparison compared to everything else being like being potentially fantastic. Like this is something that if it ends up being disappointing, if any of these end up being disappointing, it's gonna suck. But I think the strongest will probably be the Royal Rumble matches. You may be like, Nigel, well, of course it's the Royal Rumble matches. Of course they're gonna be the strongest match of the night. No other match should outshine the Royal Rumble on its own pay-per-view. Oh, you would be surprised. But yeah, I think the 2 Rumble matches are gonna be a lot of fun. On the ladder match is going to be really fun as well. And the tag team championship match, and I might do it in like descending order because there's only 4 matches. I might do like strongest, second weakest. But yeah, I am hype. I am so excited. I cannot wait. An air of uncertainty on tonight, and hopefully WWE capitalizes on it. But nevertheless, that is going to do it for these predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below, who do you think is going to win these matches? Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Who do you think is going to win the WWE Championship? And who do you think is going to win the Tag Team Championships? Let me know. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.